G'day, I'm Peter from Team Low Range 4x4 and this is my final review of my BFGoodrich KO2's. Alright, let's get straight into it. 82,000 kilometers. 82,000 kilometers is what I have on my BFGoodrich KO2's at the moment. And when I said final review a few seconds ago, that's because I'm about to replace very, very soon my KO2's. I've had a great run, and this video I'm going to cover everything I have in my previous videos, give you a 3-year, because that's how long I've had these tyres, update, and also address some of the issues some people may have with these tyres. Alright, let's address the first point together. 80,000 kilometers is a guaranteed round ball figure for many tyre manufacturers. And as I just mentioned, 82,000 odd on my KO2's at the moment. Now let's have a look at the tread together. Wow, look, that's doing pretty well. Now, of course, you can see there are, nips in the tyre here and there, little, cracks. There's chips out of them. There's, you can see the channels that are for mud and water and all that kind of stuff, and wearing down. But you could probably still run these tyres for a length of time. Obviously the wear indicators are here, and you can see that we've got a little bit left. We've got a bit of a margin to go, and of course when they hit them, that's generally when they deem a tyre replaceable. I'm pretty impressed with the longevity of the BFGoodrich KO2's. So would I recommend them for commuting and your off-road ability? That's a big thumbs up from me. Handling, it's a big topic. At the end of the day, you don't want to buy a tyre just because it's tough if it doesn't handle well. Because hey, it's an all-terrain. It's got to go everywhere. It's got to go to work. It's got to go out to the bush or the campsite or wherever you're going. And it's got to do everything you want it to do safely. So, how do the BFGoodrich KO2's handle? I'm going to compare it to the tyre that I first had on this vehicle, which was a highway terrain tyre. So that's meant to be the best. It's meant to be the best for stability, it's meant to be the best for safety, stopping, all that kind of stuff for on-road use, of course. So when you purchase BFGoodrich KO2's from a highway tyre, what can you expect? So I'm going to relay my story. When I first purchased the BFGoodrich KO2's, when I drove out, I was trying to make those comparisons myself. So what did I notice? What was the first thing I noticed? I didn't realize that they were going to be this good. And when I mean this good, is I could not notice any road noise. I couldn't really notice any handling differences. I was really listening. I had to get out on the highway just to see if I could feel a difference, and no, I couldn't really feel anything. That's how good I feel personally the KO2's resemble a great on-road tyre. Now, it comes into its own when you go onto gravel tracks. So if you get the right PSI on these tyres and you're on a gravel track, it's like rails. So they're fantastic in handling in those aspects of their construction. But when it gets a bit wet on a bitumen road, they're not that great. I have had a few issues going around roundabouts in the wet, and I've had the back end slip out a little bit. The traction controls had to compensate. But generally speaking, overall, I think the handling is fantastic with the BFGoodrich KO2's. Road noise, that's right. Most people go, hey, I don't really want to buy a loud all-terrain tyre. You see, you can see a lot of mud terrain tyres out there you can buy, and you go, my God, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that. I want to go off-road, but I don't need that cathedral of noise as I travel down the road every day. So, are the BFGoodrich KO2's a noisy tyre? No real noise to report. Of course, any tyre is going to have some sort of noise. When you've got all the windows down and you're cruising and it's dead quiet in the cabin, you could probably hear a little bit of noise, related to the BFGoodrich KO2's, but nothing to report home about. If you've got the windows up, a bit of radio on, the air conditioning going, and you're cruising down the highway, no different than a normal tyre. Anything else to report before I move on to my last part, which is the controversy, if there is one, about BFGoodrich KO2's. If you run uneven PSI in these tyres, you will get a really nice shake of the wheel. Now, I rotate these tyres every 10,000 kilometres. When I go in for a service, I make sure that they rotate the tyres, because at the end of the day, you don't want uneven wear, because it can be a real hassle on the steering wheel, I can tell you that. So I've just laid out my thoughts and my feelings on the BFGoodrich KO2's based purely on my experience over the last 3 years with them on my Toyota Hilux. And for me personally, my overview is they're great. And I'm almost considering, I want a mud terrain, but I'm almost considering diving into another set, because they've been a fantastic tyre for me. But what have other people thought? And before you comment, here we go. People with heavy vehicles, people with a lot of weight on their vehicles seem to have real issue with the BFGoodrich KO2. And I've noticed it in the forums I've been reading quite recently. They go, I've got this vehicle, I carry all this kind of stuff, and I'm only getting 30,000 Ks out of a set of BFGoodrich KO2. Rubbish tyre, hate it, never buying it again. Then you'll have the people that go, I had the KO, it was fantastic, I ran the KO for many years, then they replaced it with the KO2, and I had the same vehicle, and it's a dud. It's a dud tyre. I'm not getting the promise out of it. But what I was reading there was people with really heavy vehicles, big Land Cruisers, big Patrols, those huge American vehicles like the Ram 2500 and stuff like that. There's a lot of American reviews on the KO2's based on how heavy they are. Now, of course, I'm guessing the bigger construction tyres, like the bigger 35s and stuff, there might be a bit of an issue with the sidewalls and stuff like that because of how big the tyres are. Now, I'm running 275 65 17s on my Hilux, which is a light truck tyre apparently, and I've really enjoyed that size tyre. Okay, my final thoughts on the BFGoodrich KO2. Road noise, great. Handling, great. Off-road ability, great. Wear and tear, great. My personal opinion, of course, but I really do like the BFGoodrich KO2's. If you're running a lot of weight, maybe not the tyre for you. Because it matters to us, please jump on board and subscribe. Please subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Thank you.